family. Welcome to the NFL on EA Sports. Falcons going up to the Pacific Northwest and CenturyLink Field in Seattle, home of the 12s. As we'll welcome in our broadcast team.
I wonder why my phone's so low.
All right, Larry, thank you. We are in the Pacific Northwest as we get set for football at CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the Atlanta Falcons and the Seattle Seahawks. Short boot, take it at the 21. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
See how well you do with the Seahawks, your Lions, because I kind of picked up how,
First carry for Thomas Rawls. That's going to be a loss of 15 yards on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long.
It's hard to stay mad at a player who fights for yardage, even if it's not successful. But on this play, I'm just looking at what the defense did. We always talk about gang tackling and getting more people to the football. How about the job they did there, the discipline they had? No matter how hard he fought, people showed up and helped create that big loss of yardage there. That's the kind of play that the defense gets excited about.
Baldwin coming off his first Pro Bowl appearance. He had career highs, Charles, in catches with 94, over 1,100 yards. That also a career high. Pretty good season for Doug Baldwin.
And I think the place that he really started to take off was midway through 2015. The connection between he and his quarterback, Russell Wilson, where they were playing more from the pocket and bigger plays downfield. That just propelled him into 2016. That and anything he perceives as a slight, he uses it to his advantage, and he just goes out and plays.
The wide receivers, often a very, very talented group, and that's the case here.
And they don't mind showcasing it either. Those guys love to be flashy, love to make big. Doug
Baldwin. It's caught on the left side by Baldwin. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 57 yards. And the Seahawks have taken a first-quarter lead. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
I'll give you that.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
What's up? Your birthday.
On first down, Ryan. And incomplete to open things up. He was looking for his tight end, Jacob Tamme, there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
It will
a
be
glance
on
at the starting unit. Julio Jones, a threat on the outside, of course.
Combines great athleticism, incredible speed, and a whole lot of toughness to be one of the better receivers in the NFL.
No!
He can't escape the pressure. Ryan goes down. Mike Morgan coming hard that time. He's able to run it down for a loss of 12. So a big sack on 2nd down. Now let's see what the offense has in store for 3rd. Third and long. It's Ryan. Oh, he almost had the rare interception. The big fella couldn't hang on, though. Incomplete.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Just a 25-yard punt, not what he was hoping for by any stretch. And the Seahawks will have great field position to start this drive. They take over on the short side of the field. First down, this is Rawls. Fighting him off.
Just ran right through the trash.
They'll wind up getting 4 down to the 36. On the tackle that time, Tyson Jackson. Here's a look at the young Atlanta Falcons, although next year, obviously, everyone will be a year older. So rookies like Deion Jones, Keanu Neal, Devondre Campbell, an extra year, well, their only year, but a year under their belt now to get better.
They're just young and growing, aren't they? I mean, I expect their play to continue to accelerate and elevate. And think about the building blocks they had in front of them. Second-year guys in 2016 who had big years. Grady Jarrett, a monster in the Super Bowl, tied a sack record in that game against New England. And Vic Beasley led the NFL in sacks for the regular season with 15.5.
I got enough. No, give him my ball. Yeah.
Intercepted. Ricardo Allen with
Told
a pick.
you about
and
that,
a big
boy.
turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Atlanta now
Give him
coming
my
out on the
football,
field.
do that.
And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play.
That too.
Freeman again. And he goes nowhere.
I'm just now waking up.
Yardage back at the 17. They'll wind up losing 3. And now it's 3rd down. From the gun on 3rd down, Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs.
Nah, not moving over. They got you this time.
Now Ryan on 1st down. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Even in today's NFL, when we think of the tight end position now as really a glorified wide receiver, we're still asking a lot of those guys. They have to block as well, and every now and then, they don't come down with the football.
To throw is Ryan. No, he doesn't have it. Maybe some alligator arms there going over the middle. 3rd down.
Looked like they had an opportunity for a big play across the middle, but he didn't have the concentration or the focus necessary and dropped it before he could haul it in.
On 3rd down, Ryan. And that's incomplete.
But there was no trace of nervousness there. He was able to diagnose that play from his linebacker position, stay in excellent coverage, and bat the ball away.
Here's Matt Bosher now, as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. So possession goes over here on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Here come the Seahawks now, set to take over on offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no? You just go, rush coming, and he's taken down.
Give me my banana
Jones. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down. And he's certainly not a guy that drops that football very often.
Indeed, because that's a bit of a surprise. I know he's in the middle of some traffic and people, bodies all around him, but he usually has the focus to haul that one in.
He's going to look deep down the field, and he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. The intended target, Doug Baldwin, and it brings up 4th down.
There's no shyness there pushing the ball downfield, but I like the coverage on the play. In good position, and when you have a 50-50 ball, who's going to come down with it? I like the way that he made the play, came across, and knocked it away.
Here's Wilson. He's going to take it. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he will be brought down, but he's got the interception on a final play of his 1st quarter.
And that's
after the interception. Here's Ryan. He goes underneath to Freeman, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. And he'll get it up the middle. And he's brought down.
And when you watch Devontae Freeman run the football, you can almost close your eyes and hear him running the football, can't you? Because people just scatter. I mean, you know, when he goes through a pile, it moves in a positive direction for him. I just love how hard he plays the game.
1,000-yard season. He had 11 touchdowns last year. In March, 25 years old. So he's kind of hitting that sweet spot for a running back, isn't he?
He really is, and I still remember the evaluation of him coming out of college. He does everything well, but you weren't sure he had a dominant trait. Well, wrong about that. He's dominant just about everything he does, and I think that he's going to continue to elevate his game and seek a third Pro Bowl in 2017.
On third down, Devontae Freeman. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs. So it'll be first down here after the run.
On third down, that's a good job of situational football and understanding where the first down marker was and getting there.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
You jump. And I was stupid.
After the penalty, here's Freeman. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
But there's another example of why they haven't scored any points so far. I think it's time to abandon the run game, spread things out, and go to the air. It certainly can't be any worse than what they've done so far.
Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. And Jones has it over the middle. Over 1,400 yards last year for Jones. Just 6 touchdowns, but, you know, of course he had the big 300-yard game. However, when he was blanketed with coverage, he always opens things up for other guys, doesn't he?
He does, and that's what's benefited Atlanta's offense. Other guys were able to step up. In 2016, Mohamed Sanu stepped up and had his best year as a pro. Austin Hooper, as a young tight end, really developed down the stretch. And Taylor Gabriel, who had come over as a free agent from Cleveland, he really flourished. Actually led the team in touchdown catches. But there's only one Julio Jones, and you want to get the ball to him as much as possible.
Ryan. That's caught at the 2. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line.
And Brandon, I think Mohamed Sanu had a nice career while he was in Cincinnati, but he really elevated in 2016 in Atlanta. The most catches for himself in a single season.
59 of them, 4 touchdowns. Really a nice compliment to Julio Jones, and he was a nice compliment in Cincinnati. I don't want to say he's not a number 1 receiver, but he plays that number 2 slot well, doesn't he?
He does, and I think it's because of his versatility. He can play in the slot. He can play out wide. They can use him as a wildcat quarterback. He has thrown passes in the NFL. In fact, going back to his days at Rutgers, I think he threw 18 passes while he was at Rutgers. So you never know what you're going to get when Mohamed Sanu has his hands on the football.
Damn!
And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game.
Oh, well.
Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away.
Crap happens.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get set to go back to work. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. There's just a touch before every game. The team making the fewest mistakes will win. What they're hoping is that last mistake is the only one of the game.
Coaches, that's all they talk about, turnovers, right?
Minimizing those and maximizing opportunities.
CD, wanted to get your thoughts just on the landscape of the offseason for each of these teams. Super Bowl in the rearview mirror, but so much going on. People look at the draft a lot, but there's a lot more that goes into the offseason for these front offices, is there not?
It certainly is, and then even before we get to the draft, you start with the combine, you know, that's held in Indianapolis every year, and you have about 350 of the top prospects coming together to get their physicals and interviews and on-field performance, and all that'll get evaluated along with their game tape. And then you got the free agents, all right? That starts, I believe, in early March, where now the free agents can start moving around to different teams. So your team's starting to take a little bit of shape there, free agency, because then the draft's coming up. You're trying to put your team together with new draft picks, have everyone start to move in one direction. And then you have the OTAs and mini camps. We get to see them on the field for the first time, and we start to get a better idea of how these teams are going to look when the fall begins.
So the incomplete pass brings up second down. Off the play fake to Rawls. Wilson. Oh, he'll want that one back. Incomplete. He doesn't drop too many in that department. Third down.
We know it's not an easy job to go out and catch passes when people are trying to tackle you and knock the ball away. But the bottom line is, that's a pass he's got to have and a pass he should have caught.
Play action. Now Wilson. He finds his man, Baldwin. That one goes for 29 yards on third down. Well, last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense.
And Wilson's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Robert Alford. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're hoping to capture some of that magic they had last time out when they were able to put together a scoring drive. But they're still down here, Charles.
Not the major concern, though, because of what you talked about. They scored the last time out. They feel good about themselves. They feel like their game plan is now in effect. They know how to attack and what plays they want to put together. But they've got to keep it moving in the right direction because, as you did note, they are down on the scoreboard.
Here's Ryan. Complete to Jones. And he's brought down, but not before getting across midfield to the 45. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. And now the Seahawks are going to take a timeout here on defense. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. Now Ryan on first down. Over the middle, and it's incomplete.
Well, partner, so much for the mismatch. How about the guy at the second level, that big linebacker, able to run with the receiver and make a play on the football?
A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. 20. The left side completion to Jones. Touchdown, Falcons. Julio Jones, 44 yards, and the Falcons have taken the lead.
And while that touchdown does not give them an insurmountable lead, it's still a lead, and that always feels good to a team.
They'd love to take that into the lockers, but a little time left on that. And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Seattle now ready to march onto the field. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure, if something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
And the D-line pinching together must be expecting the run. Here's Wilson. Baldwin with it over the middle. The 20. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin with his second touchdown here in this first half. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. Now he's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the second quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
Now Wilson. And he's got it. The try for 2 is successful, and it pushes the lead up to a field goal. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
1 for 5.
This fielded at the 2. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowl safety Cam Chancellor. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And where the ball is now, you got the field goal pretty much in the bag. Now do you try for the end zone a couple of times?
I don't think there's any question about it. You might get a gift of 6 points rather than the 3 that you just noted that you feel like you already have. Be aggressive, go after it, and try and get those points.
Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So the defense has put them in a tough spot. It's 2nd and long. Rawls, the lone man in the backfield. Now it's Wilson. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
It looked like they had something there, but I think that he was thinking about running with the football before he actually hauled it in, and that led to a big drop.
Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to wind up and air it out. And this one is incomplete. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. So both teams have their marching orders, and we'll get going again here in quarter number 3. And the Falcons now making their way back out onto the field. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Now it's Ryan. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete. Let's look ahead for a quick minute. We don't have this.
All right. All right, I'm ready when you are.
Schedules yet next year. What we do have are the 5 international games that will be played, 4 in London and then 1 again in Mexico. Jacksonville, Baltimore, Miami, New Orleans, Cleveland, Minnesota, Rams, and Arizona. Those in London, and then Mexico's going to get a great game. The Raiders and New England.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And just think about the ones in London. Remember, they're splitting them between the 2 different stadiums in London, so they get a different flavor in all of these places. But Mexico, for the 2nd straight year, the Raiders are coming to town. That should be a whole lot of fun.
Should be a ton of fun and a very good matchup. On 3rd down, Ryan. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete. Maybe just a lack of concentration there as he couldn't haul it in.
And when you're going across the middle like that, you know, he's running that drag route, you are conscious of all the bodies and the traffic in there. But let's face it, if you're going there, you might as well come down with the football and absorb whatever else happens after that.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. And he fires one that's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And the return comes to a halt right at the 44-yard line. Now we'll see what this Seahawks offense has in store with their first possession of the second half.
I'm just warming up. I'll get you the second one if you get me. Yep.
After the interception, here's Wilson. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I don't give up.
Well, the numbers have been good in the passing game, and certainly a big reason why they have the lead. But now here, third quarter, maybe go to the run game a little more?
Yeah, perhaps. I mean, after that incompletion, a little credit to the defense for shutting them down on that play. Maybe you try and run the football a little bit more in this spot. But they have to feel good about how they've been throwing it overall. When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
They go play action with Wilson. And now another one thrown incomplete.
It's always tough for the guys throwing the football when they think they've got a completion and the ball's almost there, and then someone sneaks a hand or two in and bats it away.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going on 4th down. It's Wilson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Robert Alford. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. He's then with the Eagles, and I believe it was against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And Tammy with it over the middle. 22 yards on the pickup there. And it'll be first down, Atlanta.
Obviously, this has not been a banner game throwing the football. So what you got to do, you got to kind of down focus, don't you think? Find the tight end, take some easier completions.
Yeah, interception last drive. There he hits the reliable target. Throwing now, Ryan on first down. The left side completion to Jones. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. Nothing doing. Barely able to muster a yard to hit the 35. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. And they're going to hurry back to the line now. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. Well, a well-executed blitz, no doubt. Great job by the linebacker. Maybe the quarterback, if he could have seen that, could have audibled there.
Yeah, he needed to be in a different play because that one just meshed perfectly for the defense. All the gaps were filled except for the one the offense really wanted to run through, and that was filled by a big man wanting to make a tackle.
And he made a great tackle. It's caught. Left side, Tammy. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
When you execute a drag or a crossing route really well and give them a chance to let it develop a little bit, you can gain some significant yardage hitting your tight end on that one.
Freeman, the lone man in the backfield. Ryan. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. That one good for 17 yards, and now they've got it 1st and goal. And now they're in the hurry-up. And again this time to the tailback. And there just continues to be nowhere to run. He's bottled up again at the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Here's Ryan. And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. Mohamed Sanu, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Falcons have once again taken the lead. Well, that's about as quick of a passing touchdown as you'll ever see right there.
Everyone has a section in their playbook called the quick game.
Caught up.
That was a super quick game. Out of the hands of the thrower, bam, right to the receiver successfully for a touchdown.
How in-depth is that quick game part of the playbook?
It's pretty in-depth because people want the ball in the hands of the quarterback into the playmaker's hands downfield as fast as possible. There are a lot of plays, a lot of options involved with that.
And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to come back onto the field. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw is going to be incomplete. All right, different topic here. 2018, the Super Bowl, traveling north, far north to Minneapolis.
Huh? It says your peer has canceled the game. It said your peer is canceled.